Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Maddie May if you're new here. I made a lot of videos in high school and then I took a brief hiatus just to sort of grow up a little bit, and I recently revisited my love for film. So I've been filming again, and right now I'm in Minneapolis doing a summer internship that has to deal with patient care, patient stories, and narrative medicine. Today I am going to be filming a Q&A. There were some really good questions that were asked that I'm excited to answer. So basically what I've done today is I went to a coffee shop and I edited for like 4 hours. I make films about patient stories at a hospital here in Minnesota. That's my job. But I decided that I wanted to get some vegan donuts at a really cute vegan donut shop here in Minnesota and just answer some questions. So I'm gonna munch on these while I answer what questions you guys have and do my little word vomit. This is a vegan cookies and cream and I'm very, very excited about it. But okay, so I'm gonna just sort of answer them as I go. I screenshotted a few of them and they kind of bounce all over the place. So I got a lot of questions, which was kind of funny. I got a lot of questions about why I'm studying German, and for people who've never watched my videos, it's gonna be a little confusing. I'm not majoring in German or anything, but I actually just finished the highest like speaking level of German at my school, so I'm not taking any more like linguistical German classes. I might take some more cultural German classes, and honestly, just because I want to, I've always had a really good memory in regards to like words. Like I was really good at memorizing vocabulary for Spanish, and so I kind of just wanted to learn a new language, and I still kind of want to learn Portuguese and maybe some French. So we'll see where life takes me. Maybe by 30. 30 is kind of my goal, to learn at least 2 more languages after German. So we'll just see. So good, guys. What is your biggest inspiration for making videos and want people to get out of them? This one, I actually like made a video a few weeks ago and I just didn't like how it turned out, in that I kind of was just saying things and none of it really had any cohesive thoughts. I would say something and then totally negate what I just said a few minutes later. And so I didn't upload that, but it was all about like the place I want to hold on social media and the place I want my videos to hold on YouTube, because that's something I've really struggled with in the past, because the last thing I want is to become an influencer and just sort of like making a living off of like likes and comments. And I know it's so much more than that and there's so much hard work that goes into it, but me personally, I just could never be fulfilled that way. And so I'm sort of in this point where I'm trying to reach as many people as I can, just because that's my personality. I really, really love to help people, and who knows if my advice or my stories with like quotes and like my little Instagram captions, who knows if those actually do help people, but that's what's in my heart when I post them, is like I kind of just have these thoughts and I have to share them to someone. So it's like, no, I don't want to be an influencer in the common sense, but I do sort of have the personality that wants to be a leader and just really thrives on attempting at least to help people. And so that's sort of the same like way with my videos. I always want people leaving the video feeling a little bit moved in any way, whether it's moved towards happiness, moved towards reflection, moved towards humbling yourself. A lot of these patient story videos that I'm making at the hospital has just really humbled me, and I'm like, why have I ever complained in my entire life? Because there's people with stories like these that exist out there. That's kind of how I want my videos to be portrayed on one spectrum. But on the other spectrum, these videos are my virtual diary, and they're for future me to look back on and see, oh, this is like how you felt in this point in your life. And this is so good. So good. This question, I'm gonna try and answer kind of quickly because I will answer it better in future college videos, but it says, how do you balance all your science courses? I'm a biology major. That's what the person said. Honestly, it's such a hard question to answer because I'm not necessarily the best at balance. None of this is to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I study so much. Like, I study too much, honestly. I a lot of the time choose school over going out with friends or going out to dinner or going on a hike, and I think that's just my personality. I love studying. Like, I love going through the whole process of like making flashcards, deciding what's important, testing my knowledge. Like, I love that whole process, and so it doesn't really bother me that I'm saying no to all this stuff, but that also shows that I'm not the best at balance, and I do choose school over a lot of things, but I'm getting better at it. This past semester especially, I like paved out time for me to do self-care. I'm gonna answer these little topical level questions. Favorite Netflix series and favorite podcast. For podcasts, I love Crime Junkie. It is so good, you guys. So these true crime stories are told by two best friends, and they've been best friends since like pretty sure elementary school. And one of them is sort of the host, and the other one like makes commentary and asks questions as her friend tells the story. And they're all true crimes. And so I feel like a lot of people think like people who listen to like true crime podcasts or like read true crime books or whatever are like crazy, because it's like, who would want to like hear these horrible stories? But I feel like through listening to every single one of their podcasts, I've learned so much about sort of the way those people think, and also at the same time how to keep myself safe as a 20-year-old college goer female. So I don't know, I think that they're educational and entertaining, and I feel like a lot of these victims would want their stories to be told, A, so they're not forgotten, and B, for education so it doesn't happen to other people. So definitely check out Crime Junkie. It's so good. I also really like another YouTuber's podcast, Katie Bellotti. It's called Thick and Thin, and she is sort of just gives advice to 20-somethings in the world, and she made one the other week that was about feeling fat, and I don't know, I loved that one because it's just crazy how like I'll look at a picture of myself from like 2 years ago, and I remember feeling that I was so fat 2 years ago, and now I look at that, I'm like, oh my god, I was so skinny. So it's just like, you need to embrace yourself now. You're your youngest that you are right now, so just love who you are right now. Eat the dang donut. Okay, so instead of Netflix series, I'm just gonna talk about favorite shows right now. So there's like 4 I'm watching right now, and they're all like super mainstream. They're the ones that everyone's watching right now. But Big Little Lies, amazing, phenomenal, so good, 10 out of 10 recommend. Literally so good. And it's not even just like the storyline that's amazing, the cinematography and editing and music, oh my gosh, I love the music they play in the show. Please watch it, it's so good. Euphoria, which is a new one that I'm really loving. Discretion is advised because it's super real and raw and could be triggering for a lot of people, but I find it super intriguing. And the lighting in this particular series is also amazing. What else am I watching? Handmaid's Tale, that's a given. Who the heck doesn't like Handmaid's Tale? Like, what the heck? So I got a ton of questions, like probably most of the questions were about long distance and how to have like a healthy and loving relationship. Sorry, I had to take a donut break. Barrett and I's relationship is by no means perfect. If I were to put out a video and say like, this is like how to have a perfect relationship, I would feel really bad about it because there's pieces of every relationship that are difficult. And it's really important to know that really great relationships will have those bumps. And I think that love is bigger than all of those things. And I think that those things have to happen in order to see how important the other individual is to you. And I don't even know like how to articulate exactly what I'm saying here. I really need to like write it down and sort of edit just so I kind of say exactly what I mean. So that's why a long distance / relationship video is going to be its own thing, and it's coming soon. So one person asked me, how did you find what you wanted to do at the university and what was your journey? So I'm actually gonna insert a clip from my last video that sort of breaks down and explains what exactly I'm doing at college now as a major. But there's been just a lot of change going on in my life in regards to school. And so I used to be a neuroscience major with a film minor, but I went through this whole period for the last 6 months where I've done this program at my school where you can build a curriculum based on classes that already exist at the school and basically build your own major. And then once you've built the curriculum, you defend it in front of a panel and they basically say yes or no. So I did that with narrative medicine, which is a new approach to medicine, and it began at Columbia in 2014 by Rita Sharon. And so it's slowly sort of getting its way out into the medical field, and I'm super intrigued by it. I can leave some information down below about the major itself if you would like to know. My curriculum that I created is basically a lot of cinema studies classes and a lot of prereqs to med school. I'm still taking Organic 2 next semester and Physics 2 and all the hard sciences, but I get to take Business of Cinema and Screenplay 2 and all the film classes that I wanted to take but did not fit on my curriculum before I did this program. So I was looking for internships that I could do for my future this summer. This was in October that I was looking for internships and doing all the research for them, emailing people, emailing doctors. And one person replied to me, and he is the person that I'm working under this summer at a hospital here in Minnesota. Literally, guys, this is I almost wish it wasn't an internship and it was like the job I got after college, if that makes sense. Like, I wish this was my full-time job, and I'm so grateful for it. So the best part is I'm actually working under a narrative medicine professional, and he actually knows Rita Sharon, who started it at Columbia. He went to Columbia himself. And I'm just meeting so many professionals in healthcare at this hospital, and it's just crazy to me because I know how competitive the medical field is, and it's so hard to get internships in a hospital nowadays. Sorry, I wanted to take my hair down. But 2018 felt like a year that was full of just me doing and not seeing any, not really reaping any of the benefits, just working really hard and not seeing it manifest itself into something that is really something that I want. I was just working, and I feel like 2019 has just been a year of happening, of clarity, and it's just so great to me. And I'm really in a great place right now. And I got this vlog camera for Christmas, and I've been able to make some videos this year. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and that's sort of what I'm doing at the hospital. Is I'm following around these doctors, and I'm filming patients and their stories, obviously with their consent. It's been a very humbling, moving, academically pleasing job. Like, I've learned so much from these people from all walks of life, and it's been literally amazing. I think the last question I'm gonna answer, so it's kind of funny because my friend Helen actually asked me this, and she said, how is Michigan different from living in Florida? Do you like it better? And she said, I think that's where you're living now. And it's not Michigan, it's Minnesota, but close. And I'll answer the question anyways. So I truly love Minnesota just because I am vegan, and they have way more vegan options than Florida and Tennessee do. Those are my two other homes. And so I love it for that reason, because I can find something really good to eat wherever I go, and it's not just a salad or veggie burger. Obviously, another reason I really like it is because my boyfriend's here and I care about him a lot. And so I love living in Minnesota for that reason. I get to be with him and have a sense of normalcy with him. Super green, and there's a lot of lakes and a lot of progressive thinking, which is something I also really like. Alright, so I'm gonna end the video now. Hopefully you guys liked this video. I think my next videos are gonna be like the long distance video, and I also want to do like a book club video because I've been reading so much this summer, and I think it would be really fun to share some of my favorites with you guys, and maybe like talk about getting a little virtual book club going. I don't know, I think that would be really fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for following me on this journey. It really means so much to have viewers who honestly care about my content and care about what I have to say. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm just sort of one of those people who just loves to connect with others, and when I sort of go a long period of time without connecting with others or things that are bigger than myself, I just sort of start to not be as happy. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video.